So today we're going to talk about healthcare requirements. Welcome to Whittier College. It's so nice to see everyone. My name is Dr. Tracy Ocampo. I'm a nurse practitioner, also the director of the Student Health and Wellness Center. As Coach mentioned, the healthcare requirements are separate than the athletic requirements. This is the college health requirement that all students need to complete. So we're going to talk about healthcare requirements. There's two ways to do it. There's the Volta Health app and also the student health portal that you access through My Whittier. I'm going to talk to you about medical health insurance and also the services that we offer at our clinic here on campus, and then about UL. So these are the healthcare requirements. There's about 5 vaccines. A lot of these the students usually get when they're babies, adolescents. There's some vaccines that are done as a young adult. If any vaccines are missing, you can always go back to your primary provider, get those vaccines, but we do offer them at the health center as well. There's a PPD skin test or a quantiferon that's offered at the health center, but all students have to have this done within 1 year of the start of school. So this is a skin test that you get done. 3 days later, you come back to the clinic, get it read. The quantiferon blood test is for international students, and that tells us whether they've been exposed to tuberculosis or not. Next is the physical examination, the sports physical. Like Peyton mentioned, this is also a requirement for the college. So we need those sports physicals within 1 year of start of school. And then there's 2 forms that the health center has on the student health portal, and that's a PDF or personal data form. So that has the address, the student currently resides, emergency contact, their medical insurance, and then there's a second form. It's called health history record, and that's that long form that typically is given at the doctor's office. It's pretty long, yes and no questions. With those 2 forms, you want to make sure you answer each question with a yes or no. With a personal data form, if you don't know your health insurance information, you can just put NA, but all fields need to be filled out and then press submit. And if there's anything missing, it's going to highlight that section that's missing. But then if everything's good and it gets submitted, it's going to say, thank you for submitting this health form. And then of course, medical insurance. All full-time undergrad students are required to have the medical insurance, whether they have their own or their parent. That as long as it's an active insurance, we could take that. We do need a copy of front and back of the insurance. I'll talk more about that in another slide. And then the Volta Health app. So this launches, this is a new thing for Whittier College. This will launch June 1st. So this is going to manage the immunization or vaccine requirements. And all the student needs to do is log in and create their account. I'm sorry, their account's already created. It's going to be their COVID email and their password that they've already created. So they're just going to give permission for the Volta to access their medical record through their doctor or their state. So once they get permission, we don't need anything else from the student. Okay, it doesn't matter if they've had more than one doctor, if they lived in other states, we can pull the record from there. So it's going to be an easier process for all students. The second thing is in insurance compliance. Like I mentioned, students need to have medical insurance. If they get the student health plan, there is a deadline for that to opt out of it, and that's September 1st. So you want to keep that in mind. September 1st is the deadline for the insurance. But when you go into the Volta app, it's going to ask you what your current insurance is, put that information, and then if you want to opt out, you can opt out at that time. So it looks like this. Download the Volta app. This also works on a desktop and also the phone. Log in with the Whittier email and then complete the required tasks. It's pretty user-friendly. It gives you prompts of what to do next. So these 2 things are for immunization, the vaccines, and also for the medical insurance. Next, I'm going to talk about the student health portal. And a lot of students mistaken this for school. They think I've already turned everything in. This is separate. This is for the college. So this is where you go to mywhittier.edu, and you're going to look at the welcome to My Whittier, and then go down and find the student health portal. And from there, there's going to be the 2 forms that I had mentioned that needs to be completed. There's stuff that you can, there's the medical insurance, a copy of the front and back of that, And also you can submit your physical exam here. The form is also there in case you do lose the form. Copies of it you can print out. There's lab results if you need to turn anything in. We don't need sickle cell, so that's not a college with your college health requirements. Some students turn that in, that's fine, but we don't need it. X-rays, doctor's notes can all be submitted through their student health portal. So medical insurance, like I mentioned, all full-time undergrads need to have medical insurance. The student health plan that Whittier offers is an Aetna EPO. So this can be used not just at the health center, but it can be used outside the health center. So a lot of students think that it's only for the college, but if they have to go see a specialist, go to urgent care, they can use that insurance as well. If you're an international student, all international students are required to have the student health plan, so they'll be automatically enrolled. So as you can see, the enrollment waiver starts June 12th through 9/1. And then the coverage will start from August 1st through July 31st, so it's 1 full year. So the Student Health and Wellness Center is located on campus, so we function like a full clinic. It's run by nurse practitioners. We do physical exams there. We do vaccinations, sick visits if the student's not feeling well. We do in-house labs, so we can do testing for strep, the flu. We can also draw blood there, and we send that blood to the laboratory. We have a lot of over-the-counter meds, so if you've already visited our table, we have a lot of things that are free for students, and any student can access the health clinic. You don't have to have the insurance. Okay, a lot of things are low cost or free even. So if the student's not feeling well, they could always just call us. And then we'll triage them, make an appointment if needed, and then just to make sure that they're seeing us for the right things. And then lastly, there's a virtual platform called UWill, and this is access free for all students. It's 24/7, 365 days a year. So if the health center's closed, it's the weekend, it's 2 in the morning, they're not feeling well, they can jump on, talk to a physician, get some recommendations. The physician can even send a prescription to their pharmacy, and this is offered, like I said, for all students. And they also do mental health visits too, counseling, I believe. They also do crisis calls, and I know that Patricia will talk more about on the mental health side about UWill. And then these are the Volta Health and the Student Health Portal instructions. So I go over step by step, and if you want to take a picture of the app, we do have flyers there, because I know a lot of things, there's so much to do, but this just walks the student through what they need to do, and they can view it as many times as they need. Of course, if any time they need any help, they could always just call the Student Health Center, and we'll be happy to help them with any questions they may have. And this is our Instagram. We're located, if you have visited the campus safety area, overall Hall, we're located on Philadelphia Street. And like I mentioned, we are there for all students. You don't have to have the student health plan. And we're there Monday through Friday. Just give us a call if you want to make an appointment or if you have any questions about healthcare requirements. If you have any further questions, we'll be at the back. We have some goodies there if you want to grab anything. And so happy to see you guys, and welcome to Whittier College.